Have you ever noticed that when others try to persuade you, they strategize by using different tactics based on the situation, the relationship, and the past history? Well, our presentation is going to inform you on those tactics so that you will be able to identify them in your daily lives. The peripheral route offers a mental shortcut path to accepting or rejecting a message without any active thinking about the attributes of the issue or the object of consideration. Instead of doing extensive cognitive work, recipients rely on a variety of cues that allow them to make quick decisions. These cues allow us to fly the peripheral route on autopilot.
And one of those factors is reciprocation. It's basically trying to persuade somebody off the fact that you owe me. It's doing something in return for what you've already done. You basically say, hey man, I did this for you a long time ago, so can you do this for me now? Like, I would do it for you, I've done it for you, so can you do it for me? Trying to persuade them off the fact that they owe you. Like, for example, if you loaned a friend some money 2 weeks ago, and you needed some money now, or you just wanted to get some money, then you'll persuade your friend by saying, hey man, you remember when I let you borrow this amount of money, man? Can you let me borrow this right now? And another factor would be consistency. And this basically is sticking to the same old script that you're used to. It's something that you've always done, that you've been successful with, something that works for you, and you just want to continue to use. You can persuade somebody by saying, hey man, I've always done it this way, and look at the results. I've always done this, and look at how it came out. When somebody tries to throw new ideas at you and come up with new concepts or whatever the case may be, you just say, hey man, I've always done it this way. Another factor would be social proof, and this is basically persuading somebody off the fact of what everybody else is doing. It's like what's hot at the moment, or what's the most popular thing to do. For example, if you wanted to say persuade somebody to wear certain clothing, you'd be like, hey man, everybody's wearing this, man, you should be wearing it, man. It's cool. It's the cool thing to do. You should wear it because everybody else is wearing it. Or you can persuade them by saying, everybody's on Twitter now. Everybody's doing this social media. You should get on now because everybody's doing it. Everybody's watching this movie. We should go watch this movie. Everybody's saying good things about it.
Liking. Love me, love my ideas. Simply means that the speaker is likable. They may be physically attractive, charismatic, or charming, which can affect persuasion. For example, in a relationship, sometimes the woman will use liking to persuade her boyfriend to do what she wants, whether it's watching a chick flick or going to the mall with her when he truly doesn't want to. She may say, well, if you love me, then you would spend time with me, or do this with me. In this scenario, the girlfriend used this cue to persuade her boyfriend to do what she wants. Another scenario could be if an attractive woman in the workplace asked a male if he could do a favor for her, like make some copies for her. He may be persuaded to go make copies for her based on the fact that she is attractive, even though if anyone else asked him the same question, he would say no. Authority. Just because I said so is the sense that the speaker has some power over the receiver, or be an expertise in the subject matter, or possibly an overbearing attitude. A scenario for this cue could be when a parent disciplines their child and gives them a curfew, and the child asked why she needs to be home at a certain time, and the parent responds, just because I said so. In the workplace, a scenario could be if the boss asks you to drop whatever you are working on to work on a different task that he or she is assigning to you. You would have no choice but to drop everything and work on the assignment that was just given you by your boss because of the fact that he or she is your boss. Scarcity. Quick before they're all gone is the idea that the message will only be around for a short time and that the receiver should snatch it up before it disappears. A scenario for scarcity could be infomercials, how they only have a certain amount of time to sell a certain object. Also, the scarcity of time when there is a deadline on a project. And another scenario could be the time constraints on daily activities.
Remember the 6 autopilot cues when choosing the peripheral route. This will help you to easily persuade or to identify when someone else is trying to persuade you. You owe me. Did you recently do a favor for a friend and you would like them to return one for you? You can easily use reciprocation. We've always done it that way. Whenever someone's trying to convince you to do something, maybe watch a new TV show on a certain day, and you remind them that you watch a certain show on that day, this would be consistency. Everybody's doing it. Wanting to see a new movie because it's a top pick. Telling them, go buy a new pair of shoes because everybody's wearing it, would all be considered social proof. Love me, love my ideas. Doing something for a friend strictly because they're your friend, knowing you wouldn't do it any other way, this is liking. Just because I say so. Your mom telling you to do something and you automatically doing it because you know what will happen if you don't, this is considered authority. Quick, before they're all gone. Convincing your friend to stand in line with you on Black Friday to buy a TV that's on special and they only have 3 of would be considered scarcity.